So how'd all this get started? 40 years ago, Charlie had a clear idea in his head what he wanted to hear. Back then, he had a colorful way of describing it.
Well, for years, the whole problem in helicopters is to make them not shake. And as you're going along, you've got this rotor turning up here with all kinds of harmonics coming down, aerodynamics, dynamics, excitation that makes them shake. This guitar, to make it good, it must shake. So you do the opposite. And that's how we created this round back, created more sound in the top, the Ovation guitar.
So there you go. In helicopters or guitars, it's about the shaking. Helicopter technology helped make Ovation guitars better. It's an interesting story. Might even make a good science project.
I remember I was a sophomore in high school, and I was taking geometry. We had to do a project at the end of the year to find where geometry works in everyday life and present it. And I did a project on the bracing underneath the Ovation guitar, the whole Ovation guitar, and the geometry of how it's made and the acoustics. And because she was a guitar player, she loved it, and I got an A, and that's the only reason I passed geometry. So thank you very much.
We've got a little science project of our own. We use a highly sophisticated laser vibrometer to map the responses of different soundboards and bracing patterns. We can look at this response in the computer from all angles and at all frequencies. It's helped us identify the critical areas of top vibration that can change or improve the character of an instrument's sound. We're fortunate that our aerospace division has one of the few laser vibrometers in the country. Someday they might even get it back.
So I can go from acoustic guitar to electric guitar with this foot switch that I have, and volume control that brings it in and out. Very, very cool. So playing with a band is a dream. I don't actually have to stand up an electric guitar if I don't want to.
Later, DiMeola, one of my all-time heroes, is also a fellow Ovation. He was another guy that really inspired me with the sound. I saw Return to Forever at Pauley Pavilion when he had just joined the band. I think he was 18 years old, and he had his trusty Ovation out there with them, and they did this one bit where they went, after they went electric, they went acoustic for a while. And it was insane what they were playing, and he was reading charts still, if you could believe that. But he was just, I mean, he's another jaw-dropping guy. That whole era of fusion music entered in where you could play electric some of the time, and then you pick up an acoustic and change the whole mood. And I saw these guys playing some, I mean, DiMeola. Unbelievable stuff. Very inspiring, very stuff. When you're a kid, I'd go like, I want to get that sound. Once again, the Ovation came back into the group. There's a guy playing this amazing music with this amazing sound. There's that Ovation again. Always guys with high-level chops and wanting to get that sound, acoustic sound live in a hall, fatter. And then you guys figured out how to put the electronics in it. And then it started a whole other era.
Where my Ovation Adamus really, really shines is on stage. There is nothing, there is no acoustic guitar that can meet the consistency and sound and the stamina of these guitars playing night after night after night as the Ovation Adamus. It's just #1 live.
But live, it just kicks ass because it fills up an arena. It's just like, man, it's like, you know, like that. It just, big, cavernous 12,000-seat arena, man. It just sounds awesome in there, you know?
Ovation was the first to design a ground-up acoustic electric guitar. The Ovation pickup senses both the top and string vibrations and gives you 12 dB of extra output. That's why you can always get more volume before feedback with an Ovation.
The best qualities of this instrument come with the fact that it projects very well the sound due to the round back. There also are less feedback concerns that you would have with most other acoustic guitars, especially back in the day when this came out on the market. This was very unique to have that ability to be able to play with a band you know, at the same time, and be able to turn up without problems of feedback.
You guys figured out a way to do this so it would retain the actual sound of a real acoustic guitar, but amplifying it without feedback.
I had a Guild pickup that you'd put on the here and plug it in, and it was always fed back. It was just horrible. But the Ovation, you plugged it right in. I could play it in the bars that I was playing in, could turn it up, and it hardly ever had any feedback problems with it, ever.